Alright, everybody, good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Full Frontal Investigation. I'm your host. We're going to get right into it. We're only going to run for about 45 minutes today. Vicki Yohi did give an interview to Tampa Bay 10 today, of course, because there's money out there in it. Wherever there's money, Vicki Yohi will be, just like David. Tampa Bay 10, you got had. She was in it for the money, and we kept telling everybody that she's no different than David. She's only out there looking for a quick buck. But we're going to talk about the human trafficking today. We all knew the trafficking was happening when David moved all his people into that hotel. The second that David moved people into a hotel, that was kind of a big key right there. Not only did he move people into a hotel, good evening everybody, how we doing? Not only did he move people into a hotel, but he controlled the movement. That's one of the factors in human trafficking. You control their movement, you control the flow of information, you control everything. So say David has 40 people, 50 people down in a hotel. He's got what, maybe 4 or 5 Sprinter vans. He's got 2, 3 Sprinter vans, a couple of Suburbans. He can move people, and that was the whole point of this. David wanted this environment very controlled. And whether or not he knew what he was doing was wrong, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. If he knew, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing, just moving these people around to fucking run a fucking scam call center. But yeah, David, it was wrong. It was wrong. And now you're going to be held accountable for it. And Vicki Yohi, quit trying to go out there and play the victim, okay? You got into bed with David because you saw dollar signs, Vicki, that's it. And you're out here on fucking Tampa 10 trying to pitch your fucking gospel singer, that you're this great gospel singer? No. Vicki, you totally trashed your name. Totally trashed it. You think so? State of religious psychosis for years? I'm with you. Yeah, probably, especially like the last 3, maybe it's gotten really severe, Matt Moore. Yep, it's gotten really severe the last several years. And again, Vicki, the fact that you're out here doing these interviews. Yeah, Vicki, you went out and cursed people that stood against David. You're no fucking better. Oh, I've heard people who cursed against David E. Taylor, they're not alive anymore. Yep. Vicki, you were out there literally fucking stroking this guy's ego more than you were his fucking hairline, Vicki. Come on. Come on. No wonder why you were flying out to fucking, no wonder where you're flying to, Florida. Tampa Bay 10, you just got scammed by Vicki Yohi. However much you paid her, guess what? Ask her about the Jaguar, everybody. Ask her about the shoes. Ask her about the trips to Israel. Ask her about all the fucking dates he took her on. She failed to mention that, didn't she? She didn't mention that, did she? No. She only mentioned the stuff that was going to benefit her. And again, this isn't about Vicki. Yeah, Vicki, you praised him more than fucking God. You praised him more than God. And she goes on there, she's like, oh, I'm just such the victim. No, Vicki, you fucking found out that he was fucking nailing other women. And the funny thing is, Vicki, if you're sending your little trolls out, that's cool. Because, Vicki, you are a woman scorned. And I listened to the whole interview, Vicki, and you're just trying to out there, oh, everybody's just trying to discredit me. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. You're a liar, Vicki. Yeah, she's just disgruntled. She's just mad that she wasn't the only one. Vicki, you played this game until it didn't fit your benefit anymore. And then when you found out, oh yeah, she's all over social media declaring victory. But Vicki, you didn't do shit about it. It was the government that did it and all the other people that came forward. Vicki, the fact that you're already coming out doing interviews lets me know a lot. Lets me know a lot. It really does. It lets me know what you're about. You were the first fucking one to jump on the gravy train and be like, oh, victory, everybody, we did it. Ah, buy my gospel, buy my shitty gospel records. Then she flipped it, wrote a shitty book, also scammed people. Here's the thing that a lot of these news agencies didn't know, that Vicki actually took money from people to do a Netflix documentary and never followed through and actually scammed those people and took that money from them. I bet she didn't tell you that, did she? No, she didn't, because Vicki's all in on it. Again, this is about human trafficking, though. This is about human trafficking. What does it involve? Force, fraud, or coercion. Those 3 elements, okay? Yeah, lazy-ass news agencies. They're fucking lazy. Yeah, they're fucking lazy. Okay, so force, fraud, or coercion. Let's get into the trafficking, okay? What were some of the things that we noticed about David's operation? Okay, he had the means to move them, he had the locations to house them, and he had the scam to run. So we had the hotel, we had fucking Tampa, there was Ocala, there was Taylor, there was 15400 Tim Page. Hey, what you, Destoic, hit that like and subscribe. Let me know you're here. Let me know your thumbs work. Hit that like and subscribe. Double tap the screen. David had this set up operation perfect. And that's exactly that. The feds are going to look into that. They're going to look like, damn, he had this set up fucking perfect. He was within range of an airport. He had the means to transport people. He had the money, the places to house them. You guys, I saw another news bit on Fox today and fucking can't stand Fox. I can't stand the news fucking period for this reason. Because they bring on trolls like Vicki Yohi without actually doing their research. Is that they're comparing this scam to a Myanmar fucking call center, you guys. Worse. Worse. They are comparing this to a Myanmar call center. Yeah, he's going to get what he deserves finally. Absolutely, Jessica. Yes. David is going to get what he deserves. Vicki Yohi, she's just out there for a fucking paycheck. Okay? Vicki, I know who you are. You know who I am. Don't sit here and fucking bullshit like you don't know us. Okay? Because we've been very outspoken about you. I know you're butthurt about the videos I talk about you in. But you're a scammer. You're a scammer, Vicki. Yeah. You know what, Dino? You know why news agencies won't interview me is because I'm gonna fucking tell them I told you guys so. We told you. We actually emailed you. We called you. We left you. We fucking reported it up the fucking chain. We told you guys. They don't want to hear that from some fucking citizen journalist. We told you so because these guys are the one out there supposed to be breaking the story, right? But no, if I sit in front of a fucking newscaster, which I already have, I told them, we told you guys so. We told you. I'm not PC enough for them. Yeah, Vicky needs to shut up. She does. She just needs to shut her fucking trap. Yep. You know what? And that's the thing. What an allegation. Do you have anything to back it up? I have the survivors. I can get one of the survivors on the phone. They'll back everything up that we're saying. That's cool. No, well, you're here, Nutella. Why are you watching somebody that's not college educated, huh? Yeah, fraud investigation is a pretty big thing. Hey, what up, Bigfoot? How you doing? And Vicky was literally out there trying to sell her fucking book, and she's like, I'm a successful gospel singer with over 1 million followers on Facebook. I believe the survivors 100% too. They've already came and done interviews here, Nutella. That's why we're saying the things we are, because we've already interviewed the survivors. You're just too fucking dumb to know that. You just dropped on here and fucking don't know what the fuck we're talking about, dude. We've interviewed the survivors, dude. That's why we're here, and that's why we can say the things we can. Okay? So again, before you come here, run your fucking mouth. But for sure, check the channel, dude. Okay? Because we pretty much have. We pretty much have. The proof is in the fucking pudding, man. The proof is in the motherfucking pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Proof is David E. Taylor got raided. Not yet, but that's coming. They will freeze his accounts. You guys, that's cool. You don't know who the fuck I am, Nutella. Oh, your attitude's weird. That's skeptical. Well, you're fucking weird for coming in here and just running your mouth, dude. Go get the shirts. We already put a link up. Yeah, any story, yeah. 100% about Vicky. Yeah. Yeah, Vicky's just a woman scorned. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. Vicky is playing a woman scorned. Nothing more, nothing less. That is all. That's it. She's coming out, oh, he did this, he did that. But again, the news agencies, nobody ever stopped to ask Vicky about like the trip that she took with them, because that's something they don't want anybody to know. Vicky doesn't want anybody knowing that. She doesn't want anybody to know how big of a bitch she was to the people in Israel when she went. Why would she? Right, Vicky? Why would you want anybody knowing what kind of person you truly are after you're out there doing these fucking interviews for these news agencies? Seriously, Vicky, you're no different. You're a scammer. Vicki Yohi was another one of David's concubines that found out she wasn't the only one. And she pretty much went, like, she didn't go viral, but she went ahead. She's like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and expose him now because you know what? He cheated on me. That guy cheated on me. And you know what? I just I'm just tired of, I'm going to go ahead and expose him because I didn't like that I'm the only one. Hey, Nutella, the evidence is all here on my channel, big dog. The evidence is all here. That's what I mean. If you had watched the channel at all, you would know that the evidence is here and that we've done our work and we wouldn't be out here fucking saying the shit we are. So that's cool, bro. Just go watch the channel, man. Go watch the channel. That's all I can say. Which proof do you want? You want the trafficking, the fact that David fucking launders money? The only one that's confused, actually, Nutella, is you. The only one that's confused is you, actually, bro. Anyways, okay, so the hotel in Houston, that was where, remember when David set up the phone center down in Houston? We're like, dude, this is a fucking scam right here. And not only that, David, the cult put everything right on social media for him. Yep. Any properties that were used in the 9 counts will be auctioned after it's over, and most likely the funds will go to the victim proceeds, man. They're going to give the money to the proceeds. Nah, it's troll bait. Nah, it's good. That's why I just block them. It's cool. It was cool, Jalen. But we're going to talk about trafficking and why this is such a big deal. And here's the thing. Again, listen to another news agency and who the judge is going to be. One of the judges, the people on this case are like civil rights violations and human rights violation specialists, you guys. This is big deal. It really is. One of the specialists I heard today say this is big because we've never seen anything like this. We've never seen anything like this. These charges coming down, they're criminal. They're criminal in nature. These are not just some misdemeanor charges. These are high crimes. You've seen exactly what you're talking about. Exactly, right? You got all these locations, everything's set up in a good spot. It's too easy. David had the means and the ability to do it. And he did. And he did. And he probably thought what he was doing was wrong because everybody was volunteers. But David, what you think and what the law is are two different fucking things. Just because you're a prophet and you claim self-apostleship, Germ, let me tell you something. I really think the fucking feds sent a goddamn message. I think the feds sent a really clear fucking message. I do. I think they sent a clear message. If you do this, guess what? You're fucked. I do too. I know more charges are forthcoming. Here it is.
Kylie Jones looked into a previous lawsuit against the ministry and spoke to an expert about why an indictment like this is not common.
An indictment likely years in the making has uncovered more than a decade of allegations against the two head honchos of a so-called global church.
Indictments of cases this complicated can take 2, 3, 4 years.
The federal indictment reveals the Kingdom of God Global Church, formerly known as Joshua Media Ministries, Inc., was a cover-up to a forced labor and money laundering network. David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon were at the top of it.
There are very few forced labor cases indicted.
We've been saying that they've been at the top at this for years, that this is a money laundering and forced labor operation.
By the Department of Justice, very few cases that go criminal.
Advocates with the Human Trafficking Legal Center call the indictment remarkable. The alleged fraudulent religious organization operated call centers and ministry sites around the country, including a call center inside a mansion in the Avila neighborhood in Hillsborough County. Court documents detail allegations of physical and psychological threats. The DOJ says Taylor, a self-proclaimed apostle, and Brannon, the organization's executive director, recruited phone solicitors and servants, known as armor bearers, to work for free.
It looks to me very similar to the kind of call centers that we see using forced labor in Myanmar and Cambodia and other countries in Southeast Asia.
According to the indictment, victims were threatened with starvation, sleep deprivation, physical assault, and other psychological abuse. Martina Vandenberg, the president of the Human Trafficking Legal Center, says there have been other recent indictments in the U.S. alleging forced labor under cult-like circumstances.
That is something that we have seen across the globe, but this is really the first case that I have seen of allegations of forced labor fraud in a call center here in the United States.
That's big. This is the first fucking time anybody's ever seen this, you guys. This is gonna set fucking precedents. I'm telling you. This fucking human rights specialist said this is the first time we've ever seen this fucking charges come up.
According to the DOJ, the organization collected about $50 million in
More than that.
donations dating back to 2014. But the feds say Taylor was using the donations to fund a luxurious lifestyle. In 2022, the company Movie
VR.
Prop Rentals sued the church for allegedly failing to pay for a $2.2 million stage set. According to court documents, the church stopped making payments. Court filings included screenshots of messages from Taylor threatening to, quote, immediately start a lawsuit. He also said, quote, God is going to get you, but you don't fear God like you should. This recent indictment reveals messages that Taylor and Brannon would send to victims in their call centers, similarly filled with threats and religious shame. 8 victims are listed in this federal indictment, but advocates say there could be many more. Kylie Jones, Fox 13 News.
Well, the federal charges are out of Michigan, where the network's headquarters is located. Taylor and
Damn, they straight up called it a network. Smash that like and subscribe, man. They called it a network. This was a human trafficking network. It was a full-blown human trafficking network operation. There were multiple players involved in multiple states. You had multiple people moving them around. Yeah, this is going to go bigger. God gon' get you. Hit that like and subscribe, man. There's 101 people in here. They're probably fucking trolls and shit, just wondering what's going on. So all the trolls that are sitting in on the background, we've known this was going on. We went out there when we found out they bought that hotel in Houston. That was a big fucking indicator. Like, David moved his entire... we just got done listening to a news bit. They aren't getting out of jail, you guys. There is no way. They will not get a bond. They are going to stay in prison. They are on a federal fucking martial hold. They are not going to get bond, you guys. Not on these charges. They were fucking torturing people. They were fucking torturing people. I think the judge would be like, hey, these ain't fucking stand-up people right here. Hey, let's just go ahead and let them out. Hey, by the way, give them another tax exemption while you're at it on the way out the door. Fuck no, the judge would be like, you ain't going nowhere. David's currently being transferred to Detroit, whether it's on a plane. I would think so, because it's federal. They're going to throw his ass on a fucking plane and hop his ass up real quick. Yeah, the call center is a pay service and not the cult members. Yeah. Yep. Obviously, 50 million is low ball. And how much total do you think? Oh, I think he's upward the 250 million mark. I think he's 250 million, 250 mil. Yep. Yeah, keeping people isolated, keeping food from them. The judge is going to look at this, be like, you were literally fucking torturing people. That all falls in line with human trafficking, psychological abuse, fucking withholding food, not paying them, keeping them fucking grounded to David. That's fucking clear-cut case of human trafficking. That's why they got busted. I would never get in bed with Michelle. Michelle's a fucking trashy whore. No, Michelle's a fucking slut. Her fucking snatch probably stinks. I would never get in bed with her. No. No. Never. Why would I? No. Dirty. I think I just took a little more offense. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it. Every fucking day I question that. Every day I question that. Why me? Why did I stick with it so long? I don't know. I fucking question it every day. Everybody says God was helping you, Rich. Okay, cool. I'll leave it at that. Cool. It absolutely is, everybody. This case, it really is. You guys, this is going to be kind of history in the making. Even my old man said that, Steve. Steve, even my old man said that. My stepdaddy was like, Rich, this is going to change the face of how religion is handled in America. It's like, you goddamn right it is, and it fucking should. And it should. Hit that like and subscribe too. Let me know you're here, man. Please support the channel if you're just back there trolling. Hey, we told you guys so. We told all the news agencies. We emailed Avila Golf and Country Club, told them they're running a fucking human trafficking ring. I have the proof to let everybody know that we did email them. They never called back. They never text us back about any information, what they were doing. No. Avila knew. Avila knew. We told them. We told them. We emailed Tampa 10. We emailed all the news agencies down in Florida. Yeah, he will need his gang history to help him out. And it might go straight up to Wayne County, because that's where his organization is. His organization's in Wayne County, man. He's going to go up to a shitty fucking jail. Sabatarth. Yep. Yep. Hey, William, hit that like and subscribe, man. Please support the channel. We're not done. There's other stuff in the makings right now. I'm not going to say what, but more stuff is coming, you guys. Let me tell you something. Now that this has been validated, a lot of other people are hitting us up to help them because we gave them a safe spot. We gave them a safe spot. And that some people told me that they're like, Rich, you validated us. You didn't make us feel like we were the victims. I was like, you guys aren't. These guys are fucking manipulators, man. They're masters. Look at what they did to people. It has nothing. These guys, it's not about being victimized. These people are fucking master manipulators, man. They smell victims. Oh, they can smell a victim. They can smell victimization on somebody. Shows Big Mike still in Clearwater with $707 on the books. David was released for transfer. Yeah, some of them have already come out on the channel. The other ones, we don't know where they're at. And don't go seeking them, man. Please don't. Will David E. Taylor go to jail? Go to the jail until he sees the judge. Yep. Dallas, I know there is because nobody did their homework on him. Nobody did their homework on him. No, that's the problem. There's so much misinformation out there now about him. Nobody really did their homework. That's why people are coming to this channel like sitting on the back end right now trying to find out what we know. And we keep telling people we've been out here for the last 5 fucking years telling everybody. We wrote letters. We sent emails to judges, courts, everything. We tracked all the fucking court cases. We tracked the movie prop, everything. We know all about those cases. We know how much money was spent. I know was put down on those cases. Everything. We know. But nobody's done their homework on any of these cases. So that's why there's so much fucking bullshit out there now on David E. Taylor. So all the trolls that are just sitting watching wondering what we know, I've probably emailed, and some of them could be news stations watching right now. I've emailed you guys trying to get in touch with you to share information, but you guys didn't want to hear it. So just want you to know that. So it's more frustrating, if anything, that we were out here telling everybody this is a human trafficking operation. They're in your neighborhood. Nobody listened. Nobody listened. Fuck. That Avila Golf and Country Club, I saw a lady come on. That would never happen here. Why don't you go and ask the fucking HOA how many times we emailed and called them to tell them, hey, there's a sex cult moving into this location. Yeah, everything is still up. Yep. It was a conglomerate of everybody though getting caught. It wasn't just us, it was everybody else. It was Cult Watch, fucking Cliff, Valerie. You know, their testimonies, let me tell you something. Cliff and Valerie's testimonies, I'm kind of thinking this. You guys want to know what I think with this? This is what I think. I'll tell you guys what I think right now. This is just what I think. It's not what you should think. I think with Cliff and Val's testimony, the feds may use that as a framework on how to better handle religious cults like this that are doing this type of abuse. They're going to build a framework off of the questioning. They're going to build a framework off the type of abuse. And they're going to start building a framework off how to handle this. That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. And my opinion could be a lie, but I think because of the long form interviews and how we let the survivors just come out and talk, I think the feds learned a lot from that. Not being so much questioning, but just to sit there and just shut the fuck up and listen for a little while and let people talk without being so fucking grabby of questions. That's just what I think. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong because this is a new type of criminal, right? The feds dealt with the mob back in the day, and the mob is still around, but they're underground and shit, right? This is a new type of criminal within the church. And a lot of people, I think a lot of these bigwigs fucking saw it. They're like, uh-oh, shit. Uh-oh. Made them sign. No, David did make them sign NDAs, though. He did make them sign non-disclosure agreements, yes. Yep. Non-disclosure agreements, absolutely. 100%, because he held that over people's heads. Hey, if you leave here, I'm going to sue you in court because you're not supposed to talk about anything. Yeah, you never know, Parvs. You never know. Yeah, you never know. There could have been a chatter in here that was a Fed, just watching, just listening, analyzing how we were doing the interviews. Absolutely. You're right, Aaron. NDAs don't count. Once you start committing the crimes as we talked about, even Bruce Rivers says that. And once you commit crimes, NDAs don't mean shit, man. These were all adults who sanely chose to do this, not trying to be a dick, just saying. And they could, but the charges, the starvation is what's going to get them. That's going to stay. The charges are going to stick. The victims that came out and gave their statements, those are sworn affidavits, man. They're going to go to court. They're going to testify in court. That's what those are. People are going to come forward and talk about it. Yep. It's okay. Don't even work, Mel Ducato. They're going to get them. They're going to get them. You know what? The feds will sit back, dude. They'll sit back and just fucking keep building the case. David and Michelle are right where they want to be. The feds know exactly where they are, right? Guess what the feds are doing now? They're cleaning up the fucking stragglers. They're cleaning up the stragglers, man. Yep, exactly. Sammy the Bull ratted out John Gotti. And they're like, okay, see you, John fucking Sammy later. You can walk, dude. You could walk. You could walk. And fucking Sammy did. Sammy the Bull walked. Sammy the Bull walked. And fucking John Gotti went to prison. He's just trolling now. No, that's just some fucking troll. Yeah, they got to get La Marcia. Absolutely. She's in on this. Right, Larry? La Marcia's in on this. She ain't out of the fucking woods yet. No, that little fucking shady bitch. No, La Marcia's in on this whole operation. La Marcia thinks she's scot-free, but La Marcia, let me tell you something. Your shit fucking smells from here, and I can fucking smell it. Marcus is in on this too. Absolutely. Yeah, Sammy the Bull killed 19 people and is free because he turned state's evidence, man. Yep, exactly, and she could. Michelle could straight up turn state's evidence, right, and fucking walk. The feds could be like, okay, you want to walk out of here today? Tell us everything. Yeah, and that's the one that could possibly go to trial. That could possibly go to trial as evidence, for sure. Yeah, Dave, I'm with you. No, Joseph's complicit. Did the video crying, talking crap about you. I knew he was on the ropes. That was the beginning of the end. I'm with you, Rob, when he started calling out the channel, calling me a fag and a pussy and stuff. Now it's going to die. Yeah, I think that's when we had him. Yeah, but the thing is Michelle, she's going to fold right when the fucking feds roll in and throw the indictment down on the table. And they're going to be like, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. You're like, okay, what do you want to know? What do you want to know? I'll tell you everything you want to know. But then if Michelle gets out, you run the high possibility of her starting a little fucking faction to support David. So honestly, the best thing for the feds to do is keep that little bitch in prison. Yep. Yeah, Sharita Davis. Michelle's too indebted. You think so? I think so too. I'm kind of on the fence about it. You say that, right? Michelle could simply fucking go down with them. Too indebted. Yep, I agree. Loyalty to David. Yes, I'm going to prison with them. I'm fucking ride or die. Okay, cool. You want to go serve 20 years Fed time? Good. See ya. Bye. Yeah, she's going to fucking work at McDonald's, man. She is. She is. She's going to work at McDonald's when she's done. Yep. Yeah, David. Yeah, I'm with you. He is. I'm pretty sure he's on protective custody. Yes, suicide watch or protective custody. Yep. See ya, Cal. Have a good night. How we support you? Like and subscribe to the channel. That's it. Support the channel. Like and subscribe. Be here for the chats. Be engaged. Be engaged with the community members. Not yet. They haven't seized the accounts yet. Yep. Well, this one they have victims this time. This time they have people that have come forward, which was what was needed. Okay, which was what was needed, and that's exactly what they got. That was exactly what I was told in all this too. Hey, we need this, 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 and this. I'm like, okay, we'll see what we can do on the outside here. Dead serious. When I started talking to the feds about this, they're like, look, this is what we need. We need A, B, C, and X, Y, Z. He's like, we get A, B, C, Then I go to my bosses, they say, okay, now bring me X, Y, Z. We get to X, Y, Rich. We never get to Z right here. Z is the victims coming up on the stand to talk. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but that's what has to happen. It's what has to happen. It sucks. It does. But in order for these places to be shut down, these people have to come forward. Oh, the rest of the cult? Pfft. Shit, man. They're still trying to process it. They're trying to process it. Hang on. Hang on. I'm trying to get Vicki Yohi tagged in here. Yeah, it's full damage control right now. Yes. Yes, it's full damage control. It is 100% full damage control. Yep. No bell. Yeah, there's no bell, DJ Coleman. No, there's no bell. This is human trafficking, you guys. The government isn't fucking around anymore, man. The government isn't fucking around anymore. Not with human traffickers, man. Not with human traffickers. They ain't. Not anymore. Not anymore. They're starting to hold these people accountable because it's much more lucrative. There's much more money involved. No bail is set, and they ain't gonna get bail, man. Yeah, don't fuck with the witnesses, you guys. Don't anybody try to seek them out. They're unnamed, which is good, so nobody can seek them out, which is fine. So that's really good. But you guys don't go looking for these people, okay? Don't go looking for them. There are 9 charges right now, and they each carry a 20-year sentence, man. They're fucked. This is real, you guys. This whole trafficking operation, it was real. We told them it was going on. We told them. We told Houston. We told Houston CPS. We told everybody down the line. And all the dynamics were there right out in the open for everybody to see. You know what, Mindful? I'm not worried about me, dude. The feds know who I am. The cult knows who I am. And they're going to stay the fuck away from me, dude. Let me tell you something. These people are scared of me. The cult, they aren't going to approach me. I've already told. They won't. I've been threatened. I've been threatened a lot of times by these guys. But they're not going to do anything, man. They're not going to do anything to me. They're scared. I do too. Don't give them concurrent. Run them consecutive. Yep. Yep. We begged Houston to investigate, and they just stuck their heads in the stand. Yep. They did. Yeah, DJ Selman. Yeah. Everything was there. You had locations to airports. You had locations that were gated, double gated, hard points, right? Like the Tampa location. Jesus fucking Christ, that was a perfect trafficking get down. Holy fucking shit, man. Jesus fucking Christ. That was the perfect fucking trafficking operation. You had it behind a secure gate, then the house was behind a fucking gate too. No, CPS didn't even fucking go in because they weren't our kids. No, CPS doesn't work like that. No, I know the county appraisal district went in Houston. They said, oh, they're just a traveling church. They're doing a great job. I bet Harris County appraisal district now is fucking like, oh, we never saw this coming. They were warned. We called. We told them this is trafficking. We even called the human trafficking hotline. You guys, this is a thing. We're going to find out more. We're going to find out more cults or human trafficking. This is just the start, man. This is just the fucking start, and they should be scared. If any other cults are out there doing this shit, you better learn this as a fucking lesson, and you better stop. You're going to go to fucking prison. I swear to God you will. Don't let us catch on to you. If we find out you're fucking moving humans for your fucking cult, we will file and we will report you. I swear to God. And the fucking system works, okay? This should be a clear sign to people out there running church scams that the system fucking works when it's used correctly. This was a bureaucratic fucking game. This wasn't a fucking game of fucking eat the most donuts as quick as you can, David. Okay? This was a bureaucratic chess game. Means you get all the proper agencies involved, you call all the proper chains, you bitch, you complain. My dad used to say, Rich, squeaky wheel gets a grease, son. I was like, fucking A right, it does. So we just kept calling. We just kept making reports. Fire marshals, local, fucking all the way up to the federal level. We did. Go look on the fucking community page. We have, yeah. I got a couple. Go look on the community post. I put some ideas up there already, okay? So if anybody's looking for a shirt, let me know which ones you like and I can fix them up a little bit. Let me know. You guys make the shirt. You tell me the design, I'll make it and put it out for the community. If that's what you guys want, that's what I'll give you guys. So, but yeah, CPS, they didn't step in. No, they're busy out fucking up other families. Yep. Yeah, fire marshal never went out. Oh, organizing Operation Concubine. I have a suggestion for you. You're a business, incorporate pressure washing for sidewalks. Stoic. Dude, I used to do like home services, man, not anymore. I'm sure Joseph is nervous too, Michael, Steven. Yes, I'm with you, bro. Joseph is nervous right now, bro. Yes, hit that like too. Let me know you're here unless you're just a cult member. Okay, Jim Smith, we keep talking about this. Everything from the mansion back to whatever date, whatever was used in the trafficking operation is gone. Is gone. Any dollar that was spent, everything. The fucking king crab, the $10,000 worth of king crab legs, guess what? The feds are eating those. They're like, we're eating these motherfuckers right here. All the houses, those 6 fucking Mercedes, Jenny Janet, guess what? That Mercedes that David so-called bought you, guess what? It's not yours anymore. It's not yours. It's not yours. It now belongs to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And they're probably going to use it for later investigations as undercover cars and shit like that to go do fucking deals. Might even sell one in a deal or something to bribe somebody. You never know. The feds just came up on this deal, man. This is what's dope. The feds, like, they're the ultimate in this. David thought he was going to be slick and get away with it. David, everything you were doing was very high profile, and we told you that. We told you everything you were doing was high profile. No lawyer's going to represent him in this because David has a bad habit of not paying his fucking lawyers or his bills. Lawyer's going to look at him and be like, this fucker doesn't even pay his bills. The lawyers that go and take this case, they're going to tell him, take the deal. Take the deal. Shut your fucking mouth and take the deal. You can't fight these charges. You were torturing people. Yep. Narcissists always think they're smarter than everybody. Yep. Hit that like, man. Let me know you're here. 122 in here. They had to have a lawyer on standby. Yeah, and Michelle keeps saying, oh, well, we have a lawyer up in Detroit, Michigan. That's where I want to go. But I keep saying, Michelle, that's the only thing she's in control of right now of her life is fucking where she can have her trial. But that was where it's going to happen anyways. Yep. I don't know, Bigfoot. I don't know. Yeah, waste of time, money on a lawyer. Yep. I know that boy's getting a public defender after all that money, right, Brother Larry? Dude, David's getting a public defender after he blew all that fucking money. Now he's got a... Exactly. Okay, Joseph Bush, I'm pretty sure that's a troll account. Yeah, that's a troll account. For sure. Nice troll account, man, whoever that is. Tony can't fix this. Tony ain't gonna fix this. Tony ain't gonna fix this. Vicki Yohi's all, oh, the red flags were all there. The red flags were all there. I saw the red flags, they were there. But I just ignored them. I ignored them because, I didn't care. It was all about the money for me. And it was, Vicki. Man, that's all it was for you. That was all it was for you. Yeah, she was a part of the problem. Exactly. She wasn't part of the solution. She was part of the fucking problem. She was. Vicky's all, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and in here and fucking throw my vagina around, see what kind of shit I can twist up. Same shit. What a disaster David and Michelle are. Yeah, that fool came out straight up asking for $27 million. He's like, we need $27 million because we're gonna go buy this shitty campus, the Boeing campus. The grift, you guys, the grift on this was all meant for David. That's it. That's why it's going to be processed as a criminal organization. We kept saying this is a criminal operation. Yeah, so much for the fucking skyscraper. David's all, I was going to go ahead and traffic more humans there, okay? I was going to go ahead. I know Vicki is called the preference. Yeah, she had to come out and do her shitty fucking video, right? Because she wants to play the victim. And victim, we keep telling everybody she's not. Had all news stations done their homework and background work on Vicki, they would have found out that she was just in it for the fucking money. Yeah, the Boeing campus. Yeah, she separated herself quick, but she sure as shit was to fucking quick up and go do a fucking video, right? She was quick to go down to Tampa and go do a video. Once somebody offered a video, she's like, yeah, I'll do it, sure. Yeah, I even did this, and this. And hey, you know what, people? I even scammed some people in the process. Fucking news agencies, you fucked up. You, Tampa 10, I watched that whole shit. Guess what? You just tarnished your name because you aren't doing your fucking homework. Yes, there were other churches working with them. Exactly, Vicki discovered she wasn't. Yes, Vicki knew the abuse was going on. Vicki saw the abuse, and for her to sit back, I didn't know it was going on. Bullshit, Vicki. Bullshit. I even text Cliff. I was like, hey, Cliff, hey, Vicky's on the news giving a fucking interview. He's like, you know what Cliff says? You know what Cliff says? Fuck that fake bitch. This sick bitch is making money off real pain others have experienced. Yeah, she is. And Cliff Ware was one of the original fucking survivors and cult survivors of David. Yeah. Why do I hate Vicki? She's a scammer. I'm getting texts from people. I'm not going to say who, but they're just sources and stuff. People that I've been talking to. She's a scammer. Vicki's no different. She was in it for the fucking money. She knew David was being abused. They knew people. She knew. She knew, and she turned a fucking blind eye. Bullshit. 16 months and she didn't see shit. Bullshit. Bullshit. Calling bullshit on Vicki. We've been calling bullshit. She didn't say shit when David bought her that fucking $100,000 Jaguar, did she? No, she didn't. No, she didn't. It was all about the fucking money for her. Always was, always will be about money for her. Why do you think she took that fucking interview with Tampa 10? Because they were going to pay her. It's about money. So she go pitch her shitty fucking gospel singer books and whatever. It's always about money with Vicki. Her music sucks. She tarnished her reputation with David, and that was it. Yeah, and the thing is Vicki, she was all in it for the money. Okay, the ginger they called Jeff Morton a hard R. Cool, whatever. I know that's a troll account too. That's funny. There's troll accounts in here trying to fucking discredit. That's a JMMI member right there. Oh, you're fixing to piss me off. Oh, you just made this June 27th. You're fixing to tick me off, son. You're barking up the wrong tree and your witch hunt is despicable. Okay, the ginger that called Jeff Morton a hard R. Why are you here grifting for David? We told you this would happen. We told you this would happen. She's upset about she wanted in on his... Yeah, she wanted in on the money, but it didn't happen. No, Ashley, I don't know. I don't know about Ashley. I'm looking for her. Yep. Yeah, I know. How hard up Vicki must be to have sex with that man. Exactly. She's and I like attractive men. In her fucking interview, she's like, I like attractive men. And the news agency's like, yeah, I can tell you fucking like attractive men. Why are we dealing with that fucking sack of shit? They're not going to get out. They're not. You guys, David and Michelle aren't getting out. You have to look at the indictment. You have to look at the indictment, man. This indictment is very serious. It's very steep. It's human trafficking on top of forced labor, on top of forced starvation. And then David has the fucking balls to sit back and call his members degenerates if they didn't make him enough money. And then he starves them. This is going to be big, man. This is going to be big. The judge, the jury and everything, they're going to look at all this. They're going to be like, this is fucking insane. The jury's going to throw the book at him. The jury's going to be like, no, put him in jail. No, he's clearly a danger to everybody. He's been doing this. He's been getting away with it. No, jail, rest of his life. 40 years. That'll be the rest of David's life pretty much. David ain't going to live to see 90, I can guarantee you that, not in prison. Bonjour, Idrissa. He's going to have to use the toilet paper. Yeah, David's going to have to learn how to wipe his ass in front of people now. He's going to wonder like, hey, how do I go poop in here and fucking take a shit, dude? Well, I don't want to do that in front of you. Tough shit. Fucking shit. You're going to shit your pants. Would you play David? Ask Michelle and Rich. No. 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 And that's the thing I want to kind of point out to people. Ever since this went down, people have been hitting me up to do like, go on and do collabs and shit. But I spoke to some people today and I was like, you know, I think I'm just going to wait on everything. I'm not going to do shit yet with anybody. Nothing. Nobody. I'm going to wait. The only one I'll probably do something with is Cult Watch, but that's about it. That's about it. As far as going on any other channels or anything and sharing any more information, done with that. I don't want anybody else hitting me up about it, about doing collabs or anything like that, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No, that's the thing. It felt kind of snakish all of a sudden. Yep, it felt kind of snakish all of a sudden, especially when I had bigger channels hitting me up like, hey, what's going on here? One channel, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it seems kind of fishy, man. It is. It's all about views for some people. And I've had people hit me up say, oh, I do this. My channel's this big, have this many subscribers, this many viewers. And I'm like, well, why didn't you guys know about this before? That's my question. Exactly. They wanted nothing to do with it until now when everybody said it couldn't be done. Everybody said it couldn't be done. But he's like, you guys aren't going to be able to do it. There's no fucking way. The government's not going to do it. It's a church. Well, look at them now. They're in fucking federal custody. Federal fucking custody, man. So many people doubted us. You used to be show up first in YouTube search for David. Yeah. Now it's like all these other bigger channels, right? Because that's just, people are paying for their subs and views. Yeah. They're jumping on the gooch grease wagon. Exactly. Yep. David's just going to get his ass kicked when they find out he was trying to set claim. Pamela Gibson. And I followed you and I knew you would. It's just time, Pamela. Yeah, bringing down a trafficking operation, they got to build a case. It's okay. You know what? I know what we did. I know what we did here, you guys. And that's what matters to me the most is I know what we did. I know what we're capable of now. Because if we weren't, let me put it this way. More people are ready to come forward and have our group help them because they saw what we were capable of. That we didn't back down from the threats, from the lawyers, the lawsuits. Dead serious. I'm not even fucking joking with you. People are like, can you help us? You guys fucking did a bang up job. We've been watching you. Can you help us now? Because we saw how you handled your community. You didn't make us feel like victims, that we were the ones that were pieces of shit. And we're not going to do that here. Because if you are, get the fuck out. Okay? That's not what this is about. It's about letting these people come out and give them their fucking voice back and let them tell their stories. Unheeded by anybody fucking talking down to them, fucking asking them questions. Just give them the place to speak where they're not going to be fucking hated on. And I think we've demonstrated that we can do that here, which is why those interviews are so powerful. The one with Cliff, the one with Valerie, all the interviews that ever came forward. You know, what did we do? We sat back, shut the fuck up and listen. Just listen. Listen, these people have been through a fucking traumatic experience and they want to talk about it to people who are going to understand and going to listen. And again, not make them feel like pieces of shit like David's been. He's fucked. Exactly. People are going to say, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. I don't think so. No. We pulled our own laws that our own government makes and we applied them to this. That's it. We didn't make up any fucking rules. We applied everything that our own government's already written into law about human trafficking. Exactly right, outspoken. Culture shock from fucking live streaming every day, telling everybody what to do, to now being fully fucking controlled by the criminal justice system of the United States of America. Something he probably thought he would never be fucking held to. And all of a sudden, exactly, it will domino. We've never judged the survivors, quite the opposite. We want to hear what happened. We want to hear what happened. This is a new type of criminal in America. They're using the church as a shield and a sword to fucking fuck people over and guard and protect themselves when they see fit from the government. And our government just needs to pull their head out and be like, no, not anymore. You guys aren't going to fucking run this little scam and call it a church. It is Maria. Yeah. Maria, yeah. Yeah. This story's, you guys, it's international, you guys. We knew it would happen. David thought forever that he was just going to get away with this. He did. He thought he was going to get away. Even his own daughter told me that. You're never going to catch him. I will never believe that Destiny told me that. I can, but Destiny, I mean, look where your dad's at now. He's in federal custody, getting transferred back up to Detroit to face charges for human trafficking and conspiracy. Yeah, that's what I keep saying. Sign the petition. You guys sign the petition on the channel, man, please. I put a petition up. It's to cap the church at 10 million. Standard business tax after that. Not take the 501c3, but cap it. Cap it. I know she's nervous, Steve. I know she's nervous. She has to be nervous because she saw David Taylor get arrested by the FBI and the IRS. When they show up, dude. When those guys show up, man, you're having a fucked up day. You're having a shitty fucking day when those guys show up. Yep. Yeah, they were all in on it. That's the thing. When they, again, I keep saying, when they find David's phone, when they get into that phone, it's going to open up the whole scam. Yeah, friend of life. Well, that's the thing. The feds just busted one in Texas. Yep. They need to go after fucking Joel Osteen, too. Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, all these guys. This. Jot G, that's exactly right. When the feds show up, man, they typically have their ducks in a row. They typically have all their shit in a row. Absolutely right. You ain't getting out. You ain't walking out. I'm sure there was. There's probably a bunch of nervous preachers who had nervous text messages with David. Yep. So this is a Diddy kind of case whereby the pastors David partnered with knew about the whole operation. I agree. I think we're looking at another 6 months solid of them processing evidence. They raided multiple locations, multiple phones, multiple probably thousands of pages of documents. Yeah, but David didn't have money and connections. That's why he got fucking nailed. That's why. Yep. Whoever is in that phone book with David, whoever has a text message out to David or to and from David, guess what? They're going to look into him. The framework has mentioned you, freedom in Christ Jesus. Yep. Yeah, I think about a year worth of processing. I mean, they raided multiple locations. They have to go through all the documents or the lack of. They're going to have to go through phones. They have to process all that shit, everything, man. This goes above and beyond it. Like I said, the news articles are saying we've never seen this before. Not in America. This was a religious fucking trafficking operation with the call center that was set up in multiple states. It was a money-making machine. That's all it was. It was a multi-state money-making machine, and David planned it well. He had all the right players in all the right places. We just caught on to it. And that's that, man. That's how you set up a money laundering operation. You do it state to state. You put it behind a church. Call yourself an apostle. You set up a bunch of call centers. And you fucking keep everybody in, and you just make fucking solicitations. That's it. David Kent. Yeah, an anti-Christian streamer. I bet you have love Muslims and terrorists. Creflo Dollar needs to be investigated too. Yep. Nope, I'm not. Whatever. Nope, never even been to David's church. No, no, never been to David's church. I don't go to church. I'm not Christian. I don't practice. I would never go to David's church because I'd probably tell him what a fucking sack of shit he is. No, I don't go to church. Don't go to church. I have nothing to gain out of this. Nothing. I'm not trying to get right with God or fucking buy my way out of fucking hell, dude. It's not about that. Yeah, David wasn't even using encrypted fucking messaging systems. Exactly. Stupid fuck. He's like, I'm just going to go ahead and send it through Apple text messages. Yeah. Yep. That was it. I hope it does too, man. I hope it does, freedom in Christ. I do. We've done a lot of content on David, and we've put up a lot of information out about him. And it's all here, man. Our question was, how do you do this? You put it all in one spot, man. You got to put it all in one spot and then dismantle it. That was the best way to do it. To have it all spread out, I guess that's just how I figured out, hey, let's all do it in one spot. I felt like where I was, they weren't going to fuck with me. I live out in the country in Texas. Nobody's going to come out and fuck with me. I felt safe. I felt that was a good place to be. And we just started going in on it, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think that the community helped? Or do you think the feds already were on David prior to us and they were already getting their ducks in a row? Or do you think our pressure on David spurred the investigation to pick up? Yeah. I definitely think the hotel, when we started showing up at the hotel, that definitely lit a fire under the feds' ass. They're like, uh-oh, they know they're turning tricks out of the hotel. We better get this place going. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I know for sure with Cliff, yes. With Cliff, yes. I know that for sure. Yep. They specifically told me they were looking for him. I was like, how the fuck could you guys not find him? You guys are feds, dude. The fuck? That was seriously when they said, hell, we've been looking for him. I was like, you guys are the FBI. You know you can go to DMV databases and look him up? Like, what the fuck? That was seriously, that was a question when I had. Prioritize the involvement? Yeah. Yep. Help prioritize it possibly? Yeah. But again, I'm going to wrap it up here too. A couple more minutes. Yeah, definitely. I think so too, Tim. Yeah, I think so too, Tim Allen. It was definitely that we maybe helped prioritize and maybe fucking put things in chronological order. I don't know. But with that being said, this was a human trafficking operation. This is going to be a landmark case in American history. Swear to God. It hasn't even started yet, you guys. When I found out this bus was going to take a Washington involvement, I knew it was big. And it is big. This came all the way from the fucking top, you guys. This wasn't just some run-of-the-mill fucking bus. No. This order had to come all the way from the top because this was a serious problem. Yep, Joseph my flip. Yeah, fucking saved a lot of time by finding things for him. Yeah. Yep. But that being said, man, this was a human trafficking operation. All the elements were there. You had the people, the places. You had the manpower, the money, and the fucking vehicles to move them. No, this investigation was taking place prior to Trump. No, this only would have came from the FBI director. That is the only person who can make this call, but I'm sure it came from up high. It came from up high for sure. It didn't come from the local police, that's for goddamn sure. This would have had to come from like a federal district attorney or some shit like that. The federal DA would have looked at all the elements and be like, yep, go get them. Yep, put together your strike team. Yes, this is it. ABC, XYZ, good. Sign it, good. There's your warrant. Go get them. Put together your strike team. It would have happened like that, I think. They would have taken all the elements to the DAs. They would have been, yep, here we go. These are all the elements. They're in place. Yes, sign the warrant. Go get your strike teams. Get your men together. Get the elements in place and go get them. That being said, have a nice evening, everybody. David E. Taylor,